Let me transfer you.
Switch to Farm Bureau Insurance today and get real service instead of getting really tangled up. For auto, home, life, and health, get the membership advantage. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
We're now joined by Richmond student athletes David Gonzalvez and Kevin Anderson, and head coach Chris Mooney. Coach Mooney, would you please make an opening statement?
Well, first I'd like to congratulate St. Mary's, not only on a great season, but today's win. They're a great program and a very good team. And I thought they outplayed us today, and I congratulate them on advancing. I think, you know, a big part of the game was we couldn't guard Omar. And, you know, when he got into foul trouble, though, and came out of the game a couple of times, we weren't able to, in the first half, we were able to establish our speed a little bit when he went out with 3 fouls. But in the second half, not as much. And our inability to guard him, I think, really led to some other problems. They made some timely 3-point shots. Obviously, they really hurt us on the backboard. And I thought it started with him. You know, I think he probably had, I don't know, 10 of the first 12 points, and from there on, it was very, very difficult to contain them as a team because of his dominance.
There are questions for the student athletes, and if you could direct them towards a particular student athlete. Start off right here. If you could just say where you're from.
Yeah. Andrew Prezioso, the collegian. Kevin, how much did their size affect you guys driving to the basket? It looked like they altered a bunch of your shots.
The size really didn't affect us. I don't feel like we lost the game because of our offense. We definitely lost the game because of our defense. It was just hard to guard Sam Han. He played a great game, and he affected the game even though he was in foul trouble. And it was just hard to guard him.
Question in front.
Hey, John O'Connor from the Richmond paper. David, could you describe the challenges presented by their offense with how spread they are with the 4, and then they got the post guy who's huge, obviously?
Yeah, I mean, it was really tough because we usually surround the post, and our defense is based so much on helping. You really can't help too much with this team because, I mean, all 4 guys on the perimeter.
Was it difficult not to get out of character when this game was progressing like it was in terms of how you were trying to score, things like that, or no problems offensively in your view?
Yeah, our problems was just defensively. We couldn't get the stops that we normally get. He's a great post player. It was just hard for us to guard him because we, like Dave said, we mostly help, and we couldn't help with him, and it left our big guys alone with him. And he's good enough to score one-on-one.
We have a question in front.
Paul Woody from the Times-Dispatch in Richmond. David, I know this is a bitter disappointment. Could you talk for a second, though, and reflect on what you put in to get to this point and how you feel about the success you've had with the program?
Well, yeah, I'm still really proud of my team. I'm really proud of my guys. You know, we fought hard throughout the season, man. You know, even from the off season last summer, guys really worked hard in the weight room to put on some weight. You know, I just can't say enough about how hard my teammates work, man, and just how much we came together as a program on and off the court, and it showed with the success we had this season. And I mean, it's really hard for me to just hold my head down for the rest of the day today because I'm still proud of my team. I mean, we lost to a really good team today. I mean, those guys are good, man. I tip my hats off to them, and I'm still really proud of my team and on the success we had this year. So I expect it to continue, and yeah, that's that.
Another question.
John O'Connor from the Richmond paper. Kevin, can you elaborate on that a little bit, the springboard effect this might have with so many guys coming back?
Yeah, I expect everybody to work hard like we did in the previous offseason. We lose Dave and we lose Butler. It's going to be I mean, I don't know if you can replace those guys. They do so much on the defensive end, offensive end. They're leaders on our team. and it's just going to be so hard to replace them. But I expect us to work just as hard, if not harder, this offseason. Not let this loss just set us back. Really, it really hurts to lose this game. They just came out and they play better than us. And it really hurts to lose this game, but I mean, we got to work hard in the offseason like we did previous offseason.
Any more questions for the student athletes? Thank you. You guys are now dismissed back to the locker room. Thank you. Are there any questions for Coach Mooney? Let's go in the back.
Alan Siegel from Metro Networks. Chris, is it the dominance of Sam Hand that allowed a 40-17 discrepancy on the boards? I mean, did concentrating on him just throw it off and make it easier for them to rebound all around because you're so concentrating on their real big guy?
I think that was part of it. You know, they're a good rebounding team and a better rebounding team than we are, and I think that was part of it. You know, his ability to impact the game so much right from the beginning had us, you know, not only worried about him, and you're worried about three-point shooters, and thought they were a little quicker to the ball than us. You know, to get that many second shots in a game, it's just too many to give up. But I do think that had something to do with it, though, how much we were concentrating on him.
Question?
Chris, John O'Connor from the Richmond paper. Sorry. I'm well aware that your bread and butter has been that matchup zone all year, and it served you well. Was there any temptation to scrap it and go to something a little bit more firm inside, especially the way the game started?
There was. You know, it's very difficult with playing against them because of how well they shoot the ball from the perimeter. You know, they shoot over 40% from three, and so we were. You have to be extended a little bit, and a couple of times whether we doubled Sam. I think Dave knocked the ball out of his hands the one time. He got it back and scored. You know, they keep moving on the perimeter, so it makes it difficult to double without losing your man. He's willing to pass out of the low post enough to find three-point shooters. So that, you know, that was difficult. And, you know, that's you know, we can make adjustments a lot of times within our defense, and the adjustments we made just weren't good enough.
More questions for Coach? Right here.
Paul Woody from the Times-Dispatch. Chris, very difficult for you now, but I wonder if you could reflect on what it took to get to this point, what the players put into it, and what you think this will do for your program.
Thanks, Paul. Well, I think this was a tremendous season for us. You know, to win as many games as we did, to beat the teams that we've beaten, to be in the NCAA tournament, those are all significant accomplishments, and I couldn't be more proud of my team. You know, even if we had won the game or advanced in the tournament, I thought we were just a terrific team, a fun team to watch, a very hard-working team, and you know, a great group of kids. So, and I think this is you know, very important and significant for us as not a final destination, but a step. You know, we have a lot of good players coming back. We're confident in everybody's ability. I think we're well-rounded enough that we can continue to be very, very good and competitive on a national level.